Hello, fire signs. This is Catherine. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. This is going to be your weekly reading for Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So we're going to be looking into relationships, career, or inspiration, and spirit. And this is going to be for the week of June 14th to the 21st. The timelines for each of the signs are going to be below in the description box if you don't want to watch the whole video. I also have links to my Facebook, Instagram, and personal website if you're interested in a reading. I also have links for all of the cards that I'm going to be using in this reading down below. Please remember that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but we're going to get started, and we're looking into, we're going to start off with Aries first, okay? Sorry, that was probably a really loud crash because it was right beside the microphone, so my apologies. So Aries, this is going to be your reading, and again, this is going to be for relationships, career, or inspiration. It doesn't need to be actual career, but it can be inspiration, achievements, goals, however it is that you wish to take it. And then what spirit within yourself, okay? Maybe how you're feeling, or maybe things that spirit wants you to know at this time. Oh, I can't shuffle today either, so just give me 1 second here. All right. All right, relationships. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got that King of Cups for career. We've got Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. For spirit, we have the Star, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so Aries, what I'm feeling for you at the moment. Now, this is going to relate for some of you. Again, you know, take it as it resonates. It may not resonate with all of you. I do feel that for some of you, you may have or may be in some sort of three-party situation. I am also feeling here that, I just want to look at the energy for a second. Okay, I feel like there's a few things going on here. For some of you, that three-party situation may, you know, I feel it does relate to some of you, but not obviously all of you. But what I'm really getting here is this sense of, with this Page of Swords. Now, some of you may be watching a situation, or maybe somebody is watching your situation. Okay, again, take it as it resonates. But I feel like you might be watching a particular situation and kind of making a decision about your next choice or your next move forward. I feel like some of you, what you're basically seeking is this ultimate happiness, this King of Swords. I feel like for some of you, there is this sense of gaining some balance within yourself or your current relationships. You're trying to achieve this balance. For some of you, you might be looking, again, you might be watching how something is playing out. You might be watching online, or maybe you're just listening, you know, quite carefully. I feel like for some of you, you might be really observing other people's actions in order to make your own choices, is what I'm kind of getting here. This Three of Cups energy is coming in. So this is about, you know, it can sometimes relate to that third-party situation, but it can also relate to community and celebration, happiness. We've got this King of Cups where, you know, this is somebody who can be very strong emotionally. So I feel like even though you might be in a place of observing at this particular point, you're also I'm not getting like a deep sense of sadness, or I'm not getting a deep sense of, you know, anything, even though these are quite emotional cards. You're looking at it in a sense of, I'm just going to sit back and see what happens at this point of time. That's what I'm getting. I feel like for some of you, you might also know, or you might recognize, that's just my chair squeaking, sorry. Some of you might be looking at a situation and you're really wanting this happiness to come through, but you're ready to cut out who it is or what it is that is not bringing you this happiness at this point. So it almost feels like when you look at him, you know, this Page of Swords energy, like it's almost like he's just he's just looking at it going, okay, I'm waiting for you to make a move, and if it's the wrong move, you're done. That's what I get from this card when I'm just looking at the card itself. It almost feels like, you know, these two bluebirds, knowing what will make this person happy, what will make you happy. You already know what that is. So you're sort of just sitting back and observing a situation, I feels like, at this moment in time. It may be somebody who is currently in your life. It may have to do with the current situation. It may have to do with, you know, somebody that you're wanting in your life. It might be, you know, a newer relationship. It might even be, you know, you wanting to draw somebody in, or, you know, to seek a new relationship. But I also feel, even though you've got this strong sense of self, okay, so you know who you are, you know what it is that you're truly wanting, you're knowing that you want to have this fun, you want to have this openness, you want to have this celebration, to be able to celebrate within a relationship. I feel like you're not really making the moves towards anything at this point in time. You're just sort of sitting and observing, and this could be observing within yourself, your own inner being. It could be observing other people at this point, but I just feel like you're in this place of, okay, I know what it is that I want to achieve this place of celebration and this happiness, you know, this strong sense of inner self and being, and this love, this emotional recognition. I really am seeking it. I'm really excited for it, but I'm also kind of just observing at this moment. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with the current energy. I'm also getting here, this is career, accomplishments, goals. I feel like for some of you, you might be deciding either between two different paths. Like there might be, and now it doesn't need to be an actual different path, okay, because for some of you that's not going to relate, but I do feel there might be a different aspect towards your accomplishment, goal, or career. I feel like some of you are really working hard towards it. I also feel that for some of you there might be some competition that you are having to deal with. I feel like for some of you, you may have actually been dealing with some sort of competition within your field, and it almost feels like you're working really hard. Okay, like you've been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into what it is that you're trying to achieve. But I feel like for some of you, and this could be even for those of you that are seeking a career at this time or a job at this time, maybe you feel there's too much competition and you're wondering if maybe you're seeking the right path. Like maybe you're wondering, am I taking the right path towards what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here? But you are definitely putting the work into it. So I don't feel like, you know, a lack of work has anything to do with it, because it does feel you being very studious. You might even be studying. It might even having to be with choices between school. Maybe you're looking to, you know, should I go back to school? Should I study? What it is that you know, that you're ultimately seeing as your career path, or your career goal, or, you know, just your life goal in some sort of way. So it feels like this week is kind of a look at different choices. Okay, I feel also here too is not to let competition. Sometimes competition can be good because it helps us to work harder towards our goal. It helps us to receive that piece of accomplishment, you know, when we have that competition. I don't feel like this is anything serious. Like I don't feel this might be more of a place of inside of yourself rather than actually externally. But I do feel you might be debating about whether or not you should take a different path, or you might be looking at two different paths. Okay, we are going to get clarifying cards for all of these. So I'm also getting here the Star, the Queen of Cups. So it's interesting. We've got that King of Cups and that Queen of Cups. For me, this is, you know, this is very strong, like maybe emotionally and passionate type of couple. Okay, is what I'm looking at. So if this is relating to you in some way, I do feel like there is this sense of this strong emotions towards each other if you're in a committed relationship. I feel this real sense of strong balance, actually, between, you know, possibly the two of you. I'm also getting here this Four of Pentacles. So I do feel achievement is going to be happening this week. I feel like there's some goals that you're trying to achieve. You're working really hard towards it. And I feel with this star, you're actually starting to see the potential of this dream or goal relationship come to fruition is what I'm really picking up here. I actually really like this energy because it's a very strong energy is what I'm getting. Like, I feel like this week is going to be very strong for you, Aries, at this point. And again, you might, even though you're working hard and you're putting in the effort, I do feel there is a little bit of this observing mode going on as well. And it might be, you know, maybe you're observing as to which path you're going to take. And that could have to do with relationships. You know, take it as it resonates. But I do feel you're sort of sitting back and sort of watching, even though you're doing the work. Okay? You're doing the work that is needed, but you're not, and you are going to have to make a decision, but you're more in observing mode is what I'm getting. I feel like you're observing to get a true feel for what it is that you're trying to accomplish is what I'm picking up. So we're going to do some clarifying cards. Let's clarify relationships at this point in time. Let's just see what is coming through. Yeah, the Empress. Again, the Four of Pentacles. And the Hangman. Yeah, you're observing mode. Like, you're not, you know, here's the interesting thing, especially with this Hangman. You know what it is that you want. But you're not jumping towards it. You're kind of waiting to see how things, you're hanging on. You know, like this Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're making the strides towards what it is that you're trying to achieve. And I do feel that, you know, there's a good part of you that is, I feel like for some of you, this is really going to relate. I feel like you're just trying to make the best choice for you. For you. You're kind of letting go of, okay, well, what would make community happy? What would make this person happy? What would make this? I feel like you're now focusing in on you. And this might be why you're also not making that big leap towards making any massive changes. You know, you have decisions to make, but I don't feel like this decision needs to be a rush. This is a decision that you might have to make two paths on, like, you know, decide which path you're going to take, but you're not sitting there in a place of, I got to go do it now. I have to do it now. You know, you're just sitting back, you're chilling out, you're waiting, and you're watching, and you're really observing is what I get for this upcoming week. I really like this energy because it really puts you in a sense of strength, like a very, very strong emotional stability is what I'm getting. I'm not seeing a lot of emotional instability where you're all over the place and you're worried and you're upset or crying or anything like that. I'm just feeling like you're strong. You know that you're just deciding which path you're going to take. But you know ultimately that the path that you're going to take is what I'm getting here. Even if you don't know it, but I feel like the universe is telling you no matter which path you take, it is going to lead you to that success that you're trying to seek. I'm really getting that with that star. Both paths have a strong potential behind them, is what I'm getting. So let's clarify careers. Yeah, Four of Wands coming through. King of Wands. And the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, yeah, you might be thinking about leaving something, or maybe you're feeling like, you know, for some of you, you might be a little worried about which path you take because of the fact that you don't know if you're going to be making that right choice. And that could lead to that observation as well. But what this is also telling you here is when we have that Four of Wands come in, this is contentment. This is like ultimate contentment. It also can talk about in regards to relationships, because we do have that 11-11 type of these 4 posts. And for me, I always see 11-11. But what I'm also getting here is you're trying to achieve this contentment, this ultimate happiness and success. But you also want to go with the one that gives you the most passion. Okay, and that might be where your choices, that might be where you're deciding and just observing right now these 2 different paths. Okay, you understand though that you're going to have to leave one behind, or you feel like that sense of, I'm going to have to leave one behind, but you're actually, I feel like most of you are going to be okay with that. I feel like you're going to be okay with that, because you're heading towards the thing that is going to make you ultimately happy. This is what I'm getting. I love this, to be honest. I really, truly love this. I just feel so much strength coming from this reading for you, Aries. This is what I'm getting. So much strength. So much. Like, it's like it doesn't matter which path you take. That's what I just keep getting. You're heading towards happiness, and it doesn't matter. And you're choosing the path that is ultimately going to be successful for you. All right, so we're going to clarify spirit. 8 of Cups. We got 2 8 of Cups in here. We've got the 8 of Wands. And again, that 4 of Wands. Wow, like you can't make this up. So here's what it's telling. This is going to be the bottom line, and it's exactly like I said. Once you've made your decision, right now you can sit and observe. There's absolutely nothing wrong with just observing. Okay, deciding which path you're going to take, deciding which one is going to have the most potential. I don't feel like there's a need for a rush. Okay, at this point in time, you can sit there and you can sort of contemplate it for a while. Okay, and I feel like this is going to do with relationships. I feel like this is careers, goals, achievements. But once you make that path and you decide whatever it is that you're going to leave behind and take that move forward, it does lead very quickly to that path of contentment. This is what happens. So I don't feel, again, there's a rush, but once you make that choice, this is what is happening. Okay, so really make the choice is what I keep hearing and feeling, especially because we have this King of Cups and we have this Queen of Cups in here. Make the choice that is going to give you the highest sense of satisfaction emotionally. Okay, don't let others hold you back is what I keep hearing. Don't worry about the path that it is that you're going to take, because ultimately it is going to be the right path for you, but follow your heart. And that's what I keep getting. Following your heart is going to lead to this path of contentment. I really love this, Aries. I really, truly love this, because it is such a strong, emotional reading, but it is the type of reading that will absolutely lead you forward to what it is that you're trying to achieve and to your heart's contentment. That's what I keep getting. So we're going to get a card from the universe just for clarification. This could be a message from your spirit guides. It could be a message from your angels. It could be just a message from the universe. It could be some sort of confirmation. Listen. It says you have to be willing to listen if you really want to understand somebody. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not just to what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So I feel, again, going back to where things don't need to be, you don't need to be in a rush for things is what I keep getting. I feel like you can really take your time. I feel like you can really allow the energy of what it is that you're looking for to come in. This is what I keep getting. I feel like there's no rush for this, because no matter which path you decide to choose, it is absolutely going to be the path for you. But you have to listen. And that's where I feel that, you know, you might be struggling with the balance of, is simply because of the fact that you need to just allow, observe, watch, and listen. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to what it is that truly and absolutely makes you happy. Okay, so I truly hope that has helped, Aries. We're going to move on to Leo. Okay, so Leo, if you are watching this, this is going to be yours. This is for the week of June 24th, or I keep saying the 24th. I don't know what it is with June 24th. June 14th to the 21st. All right, we're looking into relationship, career, and spirit. And career can be accomplishments, goals, or just what it is that you're trying to achieve at this point in time. So Leo, 10 of Wands, that 2 of Swords is coming through. This is for relationships. We've got the 2 of Cups. For career, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Fool, and the King of Wands. In spirit, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and that's 6 of Wands. So I feel changes are coming through to you right now, Leo. I do feel that relationships for some of you, or you might currently be in a relationship, or it may have been past relationships, there has been a sense of burden. And now you might have burdens, okay? This could be other people. This could be responsibilities that you felt have prevented you from moving forward into relationships. You might even be the type of person that keeps yourself really super busy and doesn't have the time, or you feel like you don't have the time for relationships. I'm also getting here, and for some of you, if you're in a committed relationship, I feel that there has been some sort of sense of responsibility or a sense of burden, okay? And I don't mean that the relationship itself is a burden, although that might resonate with some of you. I just feel like you might be putting too many burdens on yourself in order to try to appease somebody else, or even to try to appease yourself. Like you might feel, well, if I allow myself this happiness, you know, I'm losing that sense of responsibility. I'm losing that, you know, or if I'm allowing somebody to, you know, maybe come in and actually take care of me, that I'm also hearing that. I don't want to be a burden on anybody, you know, or I'm feeling like I'm losing a piece of myself in this course of finding some sort of relationship. So I feel like this week is going to be, you might be starting, you might even be coming in with this energy. It might be, you know, coming in throughout the week of this, for this energy, but I'm feeling there's going to be some of you that are going to start seeing very clearly in regards to relationships. I feel like a change of the energy within yourself. I feel like for some of you too, there is a relationship that is currently a burden, or it might feel like you are putting too much weight onto this relationship, and you might be allowing yourself to see it clearly for the first time. You might have felt this sense of, oh, you know, I don't know if I want to leave this relationship, or I don't know if I want to renew this relationship, or I don't know if I want to put more commitment into this relationship, because I do feel like there is a very heavy energy around this. And it's, you know, there might be that sense of, I don't know if this is my true happiness. I do feel there's going to be some really big decisions for some of you this week, but I don't even know if it's going to be so much a decision as it is going to be seeing clearly. Now, remember, when we talk about seeing clearly, this could be seeing ourselves clearly too, or it could be seeing other people clearly, or it could be seeing a situation clearly. This is what I'm getting. I feel ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to reach this place of this 2 of Cups. And I feel like for some of you, you might have put too many burdens upon yourself or possibly somebody else in the attempt of trying to achieve this 2 of Cups level. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to really see, like, open your eyes take off that blindfold, and you're going to see exactly what it was that was placing that burden on in order to start really achieving the sense of pure love, unconditional love. Okay? So now when we're looking at career, our goals and achievements, we've got this Page of Pentacles, we got the Fool, we got the King of Wands. I feel like for some of you, I'm really feeling like you might be looking for a new job, or you might be trying to advance in your career. You might be looking for a promotion. You might be this sense of a promotion coming in, this King of Wands, like new passion. For some of you, it might even be just starting like a new, you might have your job, you know, your career, but I feel like you're looking for a new passion to maybe compensate as well for the job, is what I'm getting. It almost feels like you don't know 100% if it's going to lead, this Page of Pentacles, you don't know if it's going to lead to something that's going to be profitable, but I feel like you might be looking for something that is going to just give you that sense of passion for yourself. Okay, is what I'm really getting. This King of Wands, like he's, you know, he knows what he wants. He's very confident. He's very strong. I feel like this might be some sort of passion or a job that you, or something that you're seeking, that you are quite confident at. You are quite good at. Okay, but you're wondering if you should bring it forward, possibly into a career, or into where you're going to receive some sort of financial benefit from it. This is what I'm getting. I'm also feeling here too, like you're ready to take that. You're ready to take that step into that new adventure. You have that faith behind you to move it forward, is what I'm getting. So looking into Spirit, I do feel, because we've got this Five of Pentacles, we've got this Wheel of Fortune, we've got this Six of Wands. You know, looking at this sense of Spirit that I'm picking up, it really does feel like it's relating to this Ten of Wands. And I feel like in the process of trying to figure out what it is that you want for relationships, or trying to renew a sense of a relationship, again, it goes back to seeing clearly. I feel like for some of you, you're going to really be seeing clearly. You're really going to see, you know, when you've got this, I feel like there might be some listening that you have to do, whether this is within yourself or within other people, like really allowing yourself to open your eyes, open your ears, you know, really listen, really bring forward what it is that you were maybe looking at in such, you know, not such a positive way. And it feels like things are, you know, things are really turning. I feel like once you do that, once you release these responsibilities that you have placed upon yourself, or even placed upon other people, because, you know, the other thing I'm getting here is sometimes, you know, what I mean by placing responsibilities, or maybe not seeing things clearly, this can also relate to, you know, if we're trying to seek a relationship, sometimes we get into a place, well, you know, they've got to have this, they've got to have this, they've got to have this. These are, you know, they have your set of standards or your sets of must-haves. And I'm not saying for you to settle. I would never tell somebody to settle for something that, you know, is not going to make you happy. But sometimes, you know, it might be a matter of, well, they drive a blue car and I really like red. I'm looking for somebody with red car, but this person has a blue car, so I don't know. You know, like it might be something very small, or maybe I only like blondes, but this person that's coming into my life is like, you know, bald or has red hair or whatever it is. Those are the things that I'm looking at, because sometimes we get so set in our ideas, or our mindset is so set on, I'm only going to date, you know, somebody 6 feet tall with blue hair and black eyes, or whatever the heck it is, you know, or vice versa, because not too many people have blue hair. But you get the idea of what I'm saying. And I feel like that might also be a responsibility, or something like a different perspective that you need to take a look at in order, you know, to release some of these ideas that you have in order to find that happiness. I feel like once you let go of them, or once you start taking a look at different things in another way, a whole new perspective comes in, and this is where you feel that success within love, that success within your goals, that success within your accomplishments. This is what I keep getting. All right, so we're going to do some clarifying cards. We're going to take a look at relationships first for you, Leo. Relationships. Let's do some clarifying for relationships for Leo. Okay. King of Swords. The Magician, or the High Priestess, and the yeah, so you're trying to achieve, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting here for some of you, and again, this isn't going to relate to all of you. I feel like for some of you, again, going back to placing these responsibilities but upon yourself, you are trying to achieve this Ten of Cups energy, this pure happiness, this contentment, this, you know, this ultimate goal that we sometimes have within our relationships. You know, this is happy family, you know, again, contentment, happy home, all of that thing. That's what you're wanting. That's what you're trying to achieve. You know that sometimes your standards or your ideas can be a little bit, maybe you put too much responsibility on yourself for them. But what I'm also getting is I feel like this High Priestess, I feel like somebody's going to try to come through. Now, if you're in a current relationship, you know, and you're content and happy and all of that, I feel like allowing yourself to remove some sort of sense of responsibility onto yourself, and you know this. I feel like this is hidden within you, and you were scared to, again, taking off that blindfold. I feel like you need to, you know, really look into yourself and look for what it is that will make you contentment. I feel for some of you, you might be putting maybe too much pressure again on either yourself or your partner. There might even be some sort of an emotional type of sense towards this person. Like, are you hanging on to things that upset you, or are they hanging on to things that have upset them? It might be time for that conversation, is what I'm getting here as well, in order to lead back to that contentment. I do feel that for some of you, once you allow these blinders or these, you know, to make those choices to come through. Sorry, there's somebody driving by with music blaring. You're really going to, you're going to see, like, this thing is unhidden. It comes to the surface, and it's beautiful. I feel it's beautiful, and it's like that recognition that you needed. It just feels like a little bit of push towards achieving the goal that it is that you're trying to seek. We've got the 10 of Cups plus the 2 of Cups in here. I feel like this beautiful relationship can or has been developed, is what I'm getting. I really actually like this. I do feel that, again, that sense of responsibility or the sense of burden, but I sort of feel this might be, and again, it's not going to relate with everybody, I do feel it might be a little bit of your own doing. And once you allow that, take off the blinders, really see things for, you know, how they are within you and maybe within other people, you're going to be starting to really see that true sense of happiness that you've been trying to seek and trying to achieve. So we're going to move into, we're going to get some clarifying cards for career accomplishments, goals. Let's see what they have to say. I feel like there's a new sense of grounding for you, is what I get, you know, but grounding with passion. Like, I keep getting, you know, we've got this King of Wands coming through. It's like this new energetic, amazing, desirable passion that is coming through, and it feels like it's like this all of this, leading, removing these responsibilities, opening, open your mind, allowing yourself, to remove those blinders is really going to lead to that. We've got the Star. Yeah, you've got all of the potential. The only one that's holding you back is yourself. This is really interesting. I love this. So this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to achieve this Queen of Pentacles type of energy. This is beautiful. She's established. She's confident. She's, she's got it all together. She doesn't need, she's not the type of person that would place unnecessary responsibility of herself. She has her own confidence. She can just, she knows what needs to be done. She achieves it, is what I'm getting. This Star is coming through. And for me, when I see this, you have all the potential to reach what it is that you need to reach. The only thing you have to do is, again, we got these blinders coming on. It feels like there needs to be some sort of deep inner work. Okay, just again, releasing some of the things that are holding you back from achieving your dreams. But I feel that these are all really quite internal. Okay, and again, they might be unnecessary burdens or responsibilities of some sort that you have placed upon yourself, or even your own ideas. Okay, and it feels like releasing this is going to move you forward into this place of victory, is what you're trying to achieve, this place of victory. Once you make those moves, things are really going to start turning. You've got that Wheel of Fortune coming in, which, it indicates that change, that positive change, that move forward. It's like you see your desires come to light, is what I get. So we've got that Nine of Pentacles, yeah, Six of Cups, and that Tower. So it's really interesting. So for Spirit, it does say, like, it's time to get to the bare bones. Time to get to the bare bones. You might have this envision of who it is that you are and what it is that you are and what it is that you're seeking, but I feel like it's time to go back and release this. Okay, we've got the Six of Cups energy, and Six of Cups is very, it's about memories. It can be from the past. It can even be somebody from the past coming in. Maybe somebody's coming from the past also to help you break down these barriers. But I do feel like there are some barriers and blocks that you might have within you that it's time to get to the root and the bottom of, okay? I feel that for some of you, you kind of feel like, oh, I can be independent. I don't need somebody, or I can be responsible for everybody or everything, or take it as it resonates, because the Knight of Wands is a very independent, strong, responsible type of person, okay? They take care of themselves, but sometimes we do need that person to come in and take care of us. Maybe, and it's not even that we need them, it'd just be, it's kind of nice to have somebody take a little bit of care of you as well. But what it is saying is it's time to let go of those things that you might be hanging on to so tightly that you're not allowed, like they have become sort of a burden to you. And I feel like that's the energy of what you need to look at and into this week for yourself, Leo. Okay, what is it? What things have become sort of that are hindering you? Things that, and they might be things that you have cherished or hung on to because of the fact that, this was who you are. This is, who you felt you were. But I feel like it's time to lift up that blindfold a little bit. Lift up that blindfold a little bit and see what else you can see. All right? Remove some of those responsibilities. Allow that true happiness to really come in. But sometimes happiness doesn't come in at the way that we expected. If we put a lot of restrictions on how we're going to receive that happiness, it really doesn't leave a lot of room for that happiness to come through. Okay? If we're being closed-minded in some of our thinking, or, whether it's toward ourselves or other people, or if we're putting responsibilities on ourselves or other people, we're not really leaving a lot of open energy for the universe to work with. All right? And one of the things you can do is ask the universe, if you're looking for a sign, or if you're looking for some sort of confirmation, or if you're looking for, you know, if you're doing manifestation, what you can do is you can say, I want this or better. Okay? And that way you're leaving it open. You're leaving it open. Say this, I want this, or better. And through that process, you're still receiving what it is that you're truly desiring. So we're going to get a card from the universe. This is going to be either some sort of confirmation, a message from your guides or spirits, angels, or even your higher self. Okay, it's just a message from the universe. Let go. This is funny. So what did we just talk about? Right? Let go of the outcome. You'll be able to release all of the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So yeah, sometimes when we have this constraint on us, like I said, let going out of the outcome. Okay, I can only date somebody with, you know, black hair. I can only date somebody that's this tall. I can only date somebody who drives this, or I can only have this person if they're like this, and this. Let go of that. What you're actually truly seeking, and this can be with career, jobs, you know, however it is that you want to take it, that's totally up to you. But once you let go of that outcome and you're basically just seeking that true happiness, that Two of Cups energy, that Four of Wands energy that we had coming through, you know, that contentment, 10 of Cups energy, pure contentment, pure happiness, pure, you know, feeling like, you know, that place of achievement, that pure success, that victory. Once we let go of that outcome as to how it's going to happen, you allow the universe to create it and make it happen. Okay? You're giving that universe room. And so again, sometimes all you have to do is say this, you know, just describe what it is that you want. I want this or better. And then let it be. Let it go. Let it go and let it be created. So the next sign we're going to be looking into now is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your energy reading regarding relationships, career achievement, goals, and spirit for June 14th to 21st. So we're going to be looking into those three areas. Then we're going to be doing some clarifying cards, and we're going to be getting a message from the universe. Okay. So for love, we have the Hangman, 10 of Swords, and that Knight of Wands. That's interesting energy. Okay. Career, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Justice card, Two of Pentacles. We have the Tower for spirit. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have that 10 of Cups. So, okay, here we go. So, Sagittarius, what I am getting from you at this current point in time, this is a really interesting energy. I feel like for some of you, there's been some endings. Okay. I feel like for some of you, you actually, either you or somebody really contemplated the ending or an ending of some sort. And again, this doesn't need to be with an actual person. This could be an ending within yourself. It could be a new sense of your own inner being, like letting go and releasing some things that you were hanging on to. But I do feel, and for those in a committed relationship, I do feel that for some of you, you may have actually either, really let go of a relationship. I'm not going to lie, like there could be some ending in here. But you might have been letting go of the idea of something within that relationship as well. It does feel, though, that you took your time, or somebody else took their time in getting to this decision. It doesn't feel like it was overnight. It feels like there was a lot of contemplation that went on, a lot of inner searching, a lot of deep soul seeking is what I'm getting. And then, you know, this somehow ending. And again, this could be an idea, it could be an actual person, it could be an actual, you know, something that came to an end, but take it as it resonates. But at the same time, it also led to this absolute renewed exciting passion moving forward is what I'm getting. Like this feels like you're ready to bring in something new. I feel like this isn't super sad is what I'm getting. You know, sometimes when an ending happens, even if it is just an idea or a mindset that we're letting go of it, you know, sometimes that can feel quite, you know, that tower moment, that destructive tower moment. But what I'm getting here is that even though there may have been parts that did feel that devastation or destructive or, you know, like sad, depressing, I'm feeling that through this renewed sense of energy. I do feel that for some of you, you might still be in this energy of feeling sad or devastated, or, you know, some sort of sense of, I'm feeling like, you know, things aren't ever going to change or whatever, you know, like I'm never going to find what it is that I'm seeking. But I also feel that for most of you, you also know that that's not true. It might be just something that you're telling yourself, okay? We've got this Page of Wands. We've also got this Knight of Wands coming through. There's new passion here. It's new passion, but it's exciting. I feel like for some of you, you're being told not to hang around in this energy of loss, okay? Again, and I feel like, you know, I feel like there really was a sense of contemplating in there. This didn't happen, you know, immediately. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen, you know, like that. Even if it happened to you, even if somebody, you know, left that relationship, it might feel like it was sudden to you, but I feel like they put an awful lot of thought into that decision. Okay, and if it was you that decided to leave somebody, or you left something, again, an idea behind or a mindset behind, you have put a lot of thought into it is what I'm getting. I'm also getting in here in career. It feels like you're trying to find a way to balance. Like we've got two balance cards coming in here. You know, this Two of Pentacles is trying to find a sense of balance, you know, within yourself. You might be super busy. You might be, you know, trying to figure out, how do I juggle this and how do I do that? This even could be like, even for single parents, how do I do this? Or it doesn't even need to be single parents. It could be for parents in general. How do I accomplish work in this? Or maybe I have this job, but I have this job. Or maybe you have options in jobs and it feels like you're trying to balance balance and try to create a sense of, satisfaction for everybody around you, but mostly yourself. Like I feel a very busy energy. Could be for some that you're also being busy in order to take your mind off of something, is what I'm getting. You might be purposely keeping yourself in a place of not having the time to do a lot of thinking. Okay, even though this is basically saying that, you know, if you haven't gone into the sense of contemplation, you should be going into the sense of contemplation, because it really will bring about the sense of balance. We've got this Justice card coming in, and I do feel like there is a sense of this weighing one idea against the other, the sense of balance, the sense of achievement coming through. I feel like for some of you, again, you might be super busy. You might be trying to figure out a way to juggle and make everything kind of come together. But I'm also feeling with this Page of Wands that we have up here, I feel like if you're feeling super busy, if you're feeling like you don't know which way to which way to go. I feel like you need to stop and you really need to contemplate what is going to make you happy. You might have to let go of some responsibilities, which actually could, be part of that Tower moment too. Letting go of that responsibilities, or it doesn't mean, not taking care of people that you need to take care of if you do have kids or you're not doing your jobs. But if you're adding extra responsibilities for things that, you truly don't need to be responsible for, okay? Like, if you're putting together a block party, but you've got a job and you've got kids and you've got 100 other million things, maybe you don't need to be doing that. That's what I'm saying, is trying to find that sense of balance. You might need to let go of something in order to maintain or achieve this this balance within yourself. It's also saying here, what I'm really getting also, and again, we're going to be doing some clarifying cards, but I'm also feeling that whatever it was that either is about to, with this Tower moment, is either about to come down or has come down, or there's been some loss or letting go of. Remember that this was needed in order to achieve that pure happiness. It feels like there's something that you've had to let go of, or something that has needed to be let go of, or somebody maybe perhaps needed to let go of you. And sometimes people only come in simply to, help us learn a lesson or to teach us something that moves us forward, or maybe gives us some sort of sense of balance, within ourselves. But what I'm really getting here is, through this whole process, ultimately this process is leading to this sense of happiness, this sense of completion, this your ultimate goal, whatever it is. When we have that 10 of Cups, that's like the ultimate goal. That's the true happiness. That's what I'm really getting. So we're going to do some clarification. We're going to clarify relationships. I do feel like some of you, though, if you haven't actually let go of somebody, or somebody hasn't let go of you, I do feel like it's a letting go, or a letting go of ideas, or letting go of a mindset, and moving forward with this new sense of passion, this new sense of renewal. Like you're excited about, it's like, oh, I let go of this that I was hanging on to. Whether it's an energy from the past or current energy or a mindset. But now I'm moving forward with this new sense of passion, is what I feel is going to be happening for this week. So we're going to look into, we're just going to get some clarifying cards. That King of Pentacles, the Devil and the Queen of Swords. So it's interesting. I actually really like this, because that Queen of Swords energy, I'm getting here with this Devil card and that Queen of Swords. It really goes into here. Like, I feel like for some of you, you might have really let go of somebody. Somebody might have said even some harsh words to you, or maybe you said some harsh words towards somebody. But I feel either way, they might have been needed, whether it's towards you or whether it's, from you. Okay. This ending, for whatever reason, whatever it is, it could be even words towards yourself, okay? Because I feel like those words were needed in order to let go of this chained energy, this devilish type of energy. And I don't, when we talk about the devil, that doesn't always mean, evil, devil, actual junk. But it's like bondage, like you're bonded to something, or you're binded, like within your mind or within your brain, or maybe to another person. But I feel like these words or some sort of action that created this ending was needed in order to create a new beginning. We've got this, this Knight of Wands energy. It's that new passion, that new creation. And again, that new creation is leading you to this King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles, he's done a lot of work. He didn't reach this, the king of, like, I always look at him as like King of the Mountain, like he's the king of the kings, right? And he had to go through an awful lot of work in order to get there. It didn't just come to him easily. But because it took him a lot of work, he also has that sense of balance and stability, responsibility. He's the person that you go to when you need advice. And he's the person that people usually try to achieve, achieving that type of person. And it's that new passion that's coming in. So whatever happened in here, that letting go of, or that releasing of this energy, that ending, I feel has really brought you to the sense of knowing what it is that you're trying to achieve, or it will bring you to that sense of knowing what it is that you're trying to achieve, that King of Pentacles energy, and it's going to allow you to help achieve it, is what I'm getting. So we're going to look into like career goals, achievements, seeing, I'm going to get some clarifying cards for this. I just feel like I feel like some of you, as you're listening to this, you might be feeling like sad, like, you know, like you're not seeing ahead, you know, or you're not seeing the future, like especially if you've already gone through the ending. I feel like some of you are maybe in this place of, oh, you know, this is never going to happen, or whatever it is. And it's really telling you here, you know what? It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, we've got this King of Pentacles coming through. There's kids talking outside, so I apologize because you're going to hear giggling and whatever. But it doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. And you have to, you know, keep that dream in mind. You don't need to get yourself into a place of being too busy to really dream. Allow yourself to dream. You can kind of see him, you know, he's looking over this bridge. He's dreaming about what it is that he wants. He's sensing that renewed energy, that passion within him. But he's calm, he's stable. He's not, you know, running forward. You don't need to be in this energy where you're juggling and not being balanced in order to receive that. Allow yourself to dream what it is that you want to dream in order to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And it does say here, really look at what it is that you want to treat. It's funny because that Queen of Cups is coming through. This is, you know, really looking in, and you might be, I mean, this can even be like a manifestation card, because for me, I look at her and she's like, you know, it's that inner knowing, that inner love within herself, like looking and going, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I want to bring forth. And doing that allows that things to change in order to reach this level of victory, this level of success. You have your battles. We all go through the battles. You know, we have to sometimes go to the battles in order to receive that victory. Whether those battles are external or internal, this is ultimately where they lead to, is that success in some way, if we allow it and look at it as a success instead of staying in this negative or Tower or Ten of Swords energy, okay? If we keep looking at things as in a negative light, we're not going to receive, you know, we're not going to see what it was that the lessons were that we needed when we went through this Tower type of energy. Usually that Tower brings forth a whole new positive energy. That Queen of Swords and that Devil card, again, I feel like there might have been something that might have been really harsh, and whether this is from you towards somebody or somebody towards you, or maybe it could be just within yourself, I do feel like this was an extremely important and necessary thing that needed to happen in order to gain this sense of pure ecstasy. That's what I keep seeing, like ecstasy either with somebody, within yourself, achieving your goal. It's like manifesting your pure desires coming through. It's not an overnight thing. It does take its time, but that Knight of Pentacles shows the progress happening. So we're gonna, look at Lovers, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So when I'm looking at this, what I get is with that Five of Swords energy, you know, when it's interesting because I get with the Five of Swords energy, with that Tower, I feel like these two are playing with each other, is what I'm getting. Some people get so damn stuck in their mindsets. Like, I went through this Tower energy, this was so bad, it was so negative, you know, woe is me, the world has collapsed and crumbled. Okay, but that's your mindset. Again, sometimes things happen in order for us to achieve our highest goals, our highest desires. We need to let go of some things. We need to let go of, you know, sometimes the way we're thinking or the way we're feeling, sometimes old and past blockages or barriers that we have deep within us. And we have to allow it. You can kind of see where this is like a win or lose sort of battle. And it might be playing within yourself, or you might be doing, you know, it might be happening with other people. But what I'm getting here is once you let go of that energy, that Eight of Wands is coming through. And especially if you're trying to reach that, this lovers, you know, this ultimate unconditional love, you have to let some things die in order to receive that new energy. Now, it doesn't mean, you know, maybe if somebody broke up with you, or maybe you broke up with somebody, you let somebody go, or maybe there was a loss in somehow in the relationship. You know, again, not looking at it as a loss, looking at it as some sense of rejuvenation, okay, or moving towards your ultimate desire and having that new passion. It can renew energy, okay? It can bring in a new lover. It can bring in a new person. It can bring in a new sense of revitalization towards a relationship as well, okay? But at the same time, you have to allow it to be created. You have to let go of some sense of whatever it is that you're hanging on to. And I do feel like if it was you that let go, okay, you did the right thing, is what I keep getting. If you were contemplating whether or not you let somebody go, or whether you're contemplating about letting something go or someone go, yes. I'm going to just say that. That would be your confirmation. Yes, because you're trying to achieve, you're looking to achieve this place of the lovers, of the Ten of Cups energy. This is what you're looking for. You want to have that victory. You are looking for that new sense of passion and love for yourself in whichever regard or whatever aspect that you're trying to achieve it. You do have to let something go. So we're going to get a card from the universe. Now, this could be a message from your spirit guides or angels. This could be some sort of confirmation card coming in. This can be a message from your higher self. It's basically something that you need for this upcoming week. Look at this one. Okay, support. This is, you know, it's how appropriate is this? It says people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. And this is exactly what we're talking about. You know, it's we have to understand that people come in for certain reasons. Some of it, you know, might be because they're supposed to be in our lives forever. Maybe some are just coming in for a lesson. Maybe some of them are just coming in, you know, as a temporary, in order to build a bridge for that true love, or that true aspiration, or that true goal. Okay, some people, you know, are just coming in to help us build that bridge. Some come in to help us maintain that bridge, you know, to our better future. And once we recognize that and we allow what it is, the energy, when we allow that energy of whatever it is to flow through us, okay, without resisting it, it really does bring us to that sense of contentment, that happiness, and those true desires that we're actually trying to seek. So I truly hope that this has helped. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Take care.